It's time for a rhyme through time. A rhyme through time from the brain-damaged mind of Tristan Morgan. Good morning, Tristan.
How you going, you Wammo?
I am very, very well. How's your week been, Tristan?
Oh, it hasn't been too bad, dear Wammo. My first full week after 3 weeks off from that dog bite.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, so,
Is the injury giving you any grief?
No, it's not at all, Wammo. It's starting to heal a bit. It's starting to knit over, but, I'll just be one of those guys that has a battle wound, I suppose. Battle scar.
A battle scar, yeah.
From life's journey.
I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you. So work's been good? You've been on top of things?
Yeah, we've been on, been on top of all the tasks and so on, yeah. Occupancy is a bit down from when I left, but, it's just a bit of a quiet period, as the winter season dies off a bit,
Well, and for those listeners new to the Rhyme Through Time, Tristan Morgan, you work at a hotel, don't you?
Yep, yeah, hotel at the airport, yeah.
Near the airport,
yeah.
And what do you do? You kind of you clean up rooms?
No, I'm a porter, so I take bags to the room.
You carry around the bags? Oh, yes.
Carry the bags and cook the food at night, and do the cleaning.
Do you get many tips?
Oh yeah, you get tips the odd time from guests, yeah.
From the Americans mainly.
Mainly from the Americans, sometimes from the Europeans. The British can be very generous, because when they convert their currency,
yeah,
it's a bit higher than the US, isn't it?
It's a good plan. You get the American tourists at the hotel that's near the airport, doing the tips there, before they realise that tipping isn't really part of New Zealand's culture.
No, but it's something that goes on. They obviously feel that they're ritualised into doing it, really, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, in some respects it's good, but in some it isn't. I found it okay when I went to the States. It was kind of it was all right, but I wouldn't want to see it introduced here. Would you?
Well, I remember when we went to Bali, the Wammo, you get to the airport and your bags come off the the trundler, the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
And then all the boys jump to take your bags, and they want a tip for grabbing your bag, you know. And that's what I suppose you could start mightying up to if you make it common currency.
Could you imagine yourself fighting over with co-workers to get to those bags first?
Get to those bags, yeah. And then people will feel obliged to tip all the time. I don't think it should be obliged. It should be up to the individual, to decide on their discretion.
I think it breeds poor pay rates, really, as well.
It does, yeah.
Because if employers know that half of your income is made up from tips, or potentially made up from tips, they'll pay you less.
Yeah, I suppose that's the way it goes, doesn't it? And that's the way it goes in the United States and Britain. And, yeah.
Well, what's fascinating you this week, Tristan?
What's fascinating me this week? Well, I've been doing my uni course and decided to do my next essay on dream interpretation. So I've got to get a case study, and so that's what I've been doing. And
have you dreamed anything interesting this week?
No, I haven't. There, where that on again, off again girlfriend now I've got.
Right. So you've been interrupting your sleep, eh? Hey.
Yeah. It's off again now, Wammo.
Yeah. Oh, it's off again.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Well, on again, off again. Another 6 weeks she'll ring me up, say, "What are you doing?" And I'll say, blah blah blah. Ritual, Wammo, ritual.
Yeah.
You have a bit of a chuckle, don't you?
Oh, I know.
You just got to let go. Sweep all over your head,
That's right.
Just don't let them get in your head, dear. That's the key, isn't it?
Don't let them own you, Tristan.
No.
It's all over then.
It's all over them, You just got to have a bit of chuckle, don't you?
That's right. Laugh it off.
Laugh it off and just get on with life. And
you're your own man, Tristan.
I'm my own man with my own life, and yes, and that's the thing we should remember. How's your week been? It was good hearing about those buzzy bees there,
isn't it? Aren't bees fascinating? I love bees. And one thing we failed to mention, that if bees disappeared, life on Earth would cease to exist.
Well, Wammo, this is what we don't realise, just before I got a point on the bees. You take out anything from the ecology, and sooner or later it'll affect the food chain, won't it?
Well, that's right, and particularly bees. Bees are extremely important.
Pollination and
I've just noticed that recently with my broad beans, Tristan. My broad beans. They've been flowering for like a couple of months, right?
Yep.
They've only just started being pollinated in the last couple of weeks, and have only just started getting beans because the bees haven't been around.
Yep. Well, you know, back in my day as a kid, my mum used to have beehives.
Really?
Yep, and she reckons the lazy bees are drones. All drones are lazy. They're they're males. They're male bees.
Well, they're the ones that hang out in the hive.
Yeah, and eat all the food in that, and then the queen bee, the virgin queen bee, takes the most superior drone bee.
That's right. The most superior lazy bee takes it back to her lair, and then she eats him. Or something like that. He dies anyway, straight afterwards.
It always happens in the insect world, doesn't it? Spiders do it too, don't they?
That's right, that's right.
Yeah.
It's superfluous to need, so there's a lesson in there for you, Tristan.
Yep.
Keep to yourself.
There is a very, very good lesson.
I don't know what it is, but...
there's always a moral, you know, with our moral compass, you know, like it waves us around and the universe. Yeah, but back in our days we had about 2 beehives, and, you know, we extracted our own honey and all that kind of stuff here. So, you know, it's quite good hearing about the old bees, don't you? You know, like scientific understandings and where they're going in the world, you know.
What's your poem today?
Okay, so anyway, I'm on again, off again with my girlfriend, so I thought I'd have a chuckle. So today, my poem's called A Chuckle.
Okay.
And it's brought to you by Jamie's Alien Ring.
Great.
Okay, you ready? Be with me on this one.
Yeah.
Does my vanity add to my sanity, or is my mind going granity? Going through a dose of insanity, I see a bit of clarity. I try to see through the disparity. Open my mind as a charity, but I still try to have a bit of hilarity. Lift from the ground my knuckles, tie to my belt buckle, have a bit of a chuckle, and see through the deception, and my conscience on full projection. I look into the diffusion and realise I can get out of this confusion. If I allow the right thoughts to make an intrusion, I could start a new fusion. We would see our insecurities are an illusion. We would create an interaction we would both like to be in.
That was a rhyme through time. A rhyme through time from the brain damaged mind of Tristan Morgan. Thanks, Tristan.
And one more thing there, Wammo, on the technology front, if they get this cold fusion thing working that they reckon they can, they'll be able to run laptops for 5 years off cold fusion if they can get the theory off the ground, which is looking in the States again.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
There goes something that may come about, you know the old idea about getting energy from cold fusion?
Yep.
Yeah, they think they might have nutted it out now.
I like the thought of that.
They reckon they might be able to power a laptop for 5 years without charging it.
Whoa!
Yeah,
I could do with that.
It's science fiction, isn't it?
It certainly is. Cheers, Tristan.
Okay, then next week, Wammo.
See you all.